Canada, our home and native land. I am a citizen. Oh yeah, I passed the test. Yes. It's me, just me today. Hi everybody. I wanted to take a minute to tell you guys a little bit about the citizenship process and a citizenship test that you need to take in order to qualify for citizenship in Canada. I know I posted some videos a while back, maybe the day I did my test. I was like, hey guys, I passed my test, yay! And so, of course, you get questions. I get questions like, well, how did you get citizenship so fast? And what's the process? Was the paperwork a lot? What was the application process like? Different questions that I would love to answer. So I'm taking a minute. So it's just me today. But of course, I will always start by saying thank you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, commenting, asking amazing questions that I can create content based on, which is amazing. So you guys look out for answers to your questions in future videos, and anything that I can do to answer those questions, even in interviews, I would love to do, and I will do. So thank you definitely for subscribing, watching, sharing, liking, following us on Instagram, and being a part of this community. It's very exciting. We're getting some traction, and it can only get better. Great, exciting times ahead. So of course, citizenship, oh citizenship, oh Canada. First of all, it used to be a little bit different before 2017. So of course, I thank God that I kind of just fall in the middle of perfect timing with changes to immigration processes and changing to immigration application processes, because before you'd have to wait 4 years before you can become a citizenship. 4 of 6 years before you can become a citizen. And when Justin Trudeau came into power, I believe it was in 2017. I should know this. I just passed my test. I don't remember if it was 2017 or 2016 or 2015. No, elections are this year, so it's obviously going to be 2015. Duh. So when he came into power, soon after, he changed the rules for being able to qualify and apply for citizenship, right? So 1, you don't have to wait 4 years anymore. It's just 3. 2, and the second one is so super important and critical, because what they do now is count at least 1 year of the time that you were here in Canada before you became a permanent resident, right? Because like me and some other people, you'd have come as a student, been a student for a year or years, gone to work for a year or years, and then became a permanent resident. And before they changed the law, after they became a permanent resident is when the counter started timing. Now it is at least 1 year. So they count maximum of a year, sorry. So before permanent residency, and you were here, maybe say for instance you were here for 3 years, doesn't matter, they only count a year. But it's fine. At least they count a year, you know what I mean? Like, so they only count a year before you become a permanent resident. And then after you become a permanent resident, it's another 2 years. And that's why I'm able to have applied for citizenship, and I am an unofficial citizen. I say unofficial because I haven't done the swearing-in ceremony yet, but my application has been approved in principle. So it's just a waiting game right now, because you know how we love to wait with these application processes. Oh yeah. So that's super exciting, and I'm happy that the process was easy, it was simple. And as told by Justin Trudeau, Bill C6, which has amended the Citizenship Act, has made it possible to become a citizen quicker than it was in the past. So that's super exciting. I have a passport. Oh, yeah, my boss will like it. Yeah. So that's that with regards to how did it happen so quickly. Then now, what's the processing time like? Now, they say it could be maximum up to a year. That's what they said. It should be maximum a year, right? So if you apply like me in August, they anticipate wrapping it up and getting it done by August of the following year. No, it's circumstance based. It depends on your application. It depends on your travel history. It depends on if there's anything missing from your application that they have to request again. It has various things that could make that time a variable, but they tried to do it within a year, and I'm okay with that. 1 year. So it's, for me, I applied in August of 2018. Then I got then I got an update on my application status in November, saying that my application has been received and it is now going to start being processed. So it took a little while for them to open it because it's a paper application. Yes, until it changes, maybe a couple years from now it might change, but right now it's a paper application. Fill it out on your computer. I don't think you have to do any handwritten things apart from your signature, probably. Fill it out, put it in an envelope, and send it off. And the interesting thing about my application is always something with my application, them though, always. I sent it off on like the 11th, and it was supposed to get there on like the 15th because I have tracking information that's on it. And on the 15th, it still said in transit, out for delivery, out for delivery, out for delivery. So I said, them not deliver it, them not have no plan, them not plan for deliver my application. Call Canada Post, and that was during the time when they were striking. Yay me. And they were like, it's been delivered. I'm like, I don't have proof that's been delivered. I don't know. They're like, well, call the receiver and see if they got it. I can't just call, hello CIC. Yeah, did you get my application? That's not how it works. Canada Post, what's wrong with you? So I just waited it out and said, you know what? I sent it to the right address. It didn't come back, so it must have been received. Duh. So time went by, you know, the Jeopardy song. September. Still, the thing says out for delivery, in transit, ready to be delivered, but not delivered. So I called them again. I'm like, look it, I need to know if my application was actually delivered, because this is stressing me out. But of course, they say, okay, well, we have to start an investigation and do all these wonderful things. So you just have to wait for us to investigate. I'm like, so, and then there's still no movement online with my application. No, the benefit of the internet. There are online forums where people just like me and you who have applied already, who are waiting for something, who are ahead of us, who have YouTube channels, that start a forum where people can message in the forum and say, okay, well, I've received an acknowledgement of receipt today. And so, you know, I've joined my online forum. So all the people who submitted citizenship applications in August of 2018, there's a forum for that on the Canada Visa website. And I'll attach a link in the description below to help anybody who is on this journey right now and you need some company. Trust me, it's wonderful to know that you're all in the same boat and nobody's hearing anything. There is benefit to your sleep at night time in that kind of information. Misery loves company. We're all miserable together. Let's do this. So join my online forum, of course, and I'm not necessarily seeing where anybody's getting acknowledgement of receipt yet. So I'm saying, okay, fine. If it gets to the point where everybody's saying, oh, I get mine, and I don't hear anything, is a problem. So it got to that point where some people were getting acknowledgement of receipt. So I called back Canada Post. I'm like, please tell me if my thing was delivered or not. Transfer me to a supervisor. Do whatever you need to do to get me an answer to that question, because I paid my money and this is confidential information. It's not like you lose a pen or I was shipping clothes. This is my passport information, everything about me. everything about me is in that piece of an envelope. So if it is like wandering out there in the wrong hands, no, please tell me if my thing was delivered. What is wrong with y'all? Then, like 2 days after, I get acknowledgement of receipt. I'm like, oh. Meanwhile, at Canada Post, they're investigating it. I'm like, you know what? Let them investigate. Go and investigate. Because I want to see what they're going to tell me. So I let them investigate. The supervisor called me back. Lovely supervisor. Thank you very much for your service, sir. Told me that it was delivered on this day at this time. Okay, fine. So now I'm in the clear. I have acknowledgement of receipt on the website. And I have acknowledgement from Canada Post saying that my thing was delivered. Praise God. So that's my spiel about this application. Because there's always something for me, right? Always, always, always. But that makes for wonderful storytelling after the fact. So from August to November is how long it took before they said, okay, we acknowledge that we have received your application and we're going to start processing it. Wait around for your citizenship test request if there is nothing wrong with your application. So now they send you information on what to use as a study guide. So they actually have a citizenship test study guide or Canadian citizenship study guide, which is a small book, not very big book. I'll attach the link in the description below to the PDF document, and also there's a YouTube audio video. Audio listening is for real. You can listen to it in your sleep and it will talk to your subconscious and you will know the information and you won't even know that you know it until you ask the question and you're like, I know that. You don't know where you know it from. Is because you've been brainwashed with the information. So they give you that information and they do all that stuff, and then soon after you get a request to come and do a citizenship test. So I got my request at the end of January / beginning of February saying, oh, your citizenship test has been scheduled. Come on over and do your test in about 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah. Did I study? Have I studied?